Hey y'all, it's Gina back in the kitchen today. Today I am going to be making salmon patties. This is a 14 1/4 ounce can. I am sitting here. Salmon does come with these little tiny bones in it. And I picked mine out, and that is a personal choice. I know people that do not, and these bones are not so big or so tough that you can't just chew right through them. I know, because I've had people that did not take them out, and I was just fine. Thank you very much. This is being filmed in October of 2022. You know, that kind of deal. So y'all know how expensive food is right now. It's not cheap. Salmon, by the way, comes in water, kind of like tuna does. So you're going to have to drain it to make salmon patties, y'all. Or anything else. Unless you like your salmon just in water. And that's fine. So, but for salmon patties, you do want to drain it. And it's already been cooked, y'all. So, you're not dealing in raw meat here. So, anyway, I'm just trying to bust this up a little bit. When you go to make salmon patties, you are going to want a skillet with some oil preheated before you fry them. So, just so you know that. And the reason that can is sitting here on my counter where I can get it is so that I can put my trash in it, and then I'll just dump the trash in the basket and stuff before I rinse my can out. 1 egg, that's a large egg. This is 1 small onion. It's minced up fairly fine. Yes, I love onion in mine. People, if you don't like onion or you're allergic to onion, don't add onion. You can make them without. I've done that many a time. Now, I always put black pepper in mine. Y'all know how I like my black pepper. If y'all been watching my channel for any length of time, y'all gonna know Gina likes pepper in her food. In fairly liberal amounts, but... And some went up my nose. But that's alright. I might sneeze here in a minute, y'all. But I do like my pepper. The other big thing you're going to want, and salt and pepper most people have in their pantry, is yellow cornmeal mix or cornmeal mix of any kind. There's white cornmeal mix too. Either one will work just fine in this. But this is what I happen to have. And it's going to take 1/4 to 1/2 cup, depending on how well you drained your salmon. You do definitely want it to stick together, hence the egg. That's why the egg's in here. You don't want them too dry or they'll turn out real crumbly, but you want to have them where they would stay in a patty shaped like a hamburger patty or a sausage patty. You know, you want them to be able to be like that. You're going to want on your stove again, preheating some oil, some sort of oil, and you can use grapeseed oil, canola oil, vegetable oil. I'm sure coconut or avocado oil would work on this as well. So those are all options of things that you can use to fry these up. Or you could potentially put these in your air fryer. I've never done that, but I'm sure that that can be done. And just cook them in there until they get brown and crispy. You know, I have air fried okra before, and that stuff's good. You want to talk about some bomb okra. This stuff is good. But anyway, and I'm just trying to pat all this together and making sure that it will kind of, you want to have a little moisture, but you don't want it too moist or too dry. And that's why I'm trying to make sure this would hold its shape. over in here. Now, as you can see in the bottom of my bowl, I formed one huge patty. I will make smaller ones. This will make 4 to 5 salmon patties. You know, if you're feeding 4, you'll have a little bit bigger ones. If you're feeding 5, you can make them a little bit smaller and get, you know, 5 out of there, because I know the average American family is about 4 to 5 people, usually speaking. My family's a little bit smaller than normal, and that's fine. You can make this and have leftovers, or you can make these and you can eat every dang last one of them yourself. They're good. I grew up eating salmon patties and, you know, salmon salad in the summer, so it's something I'm used to having. Anyway, in a few minutes, when we get ready to fry these up, I will be back and I will show you how to do that one. And I will, like I said, be back in a few minutes. But in y'all's time, it'll be coming up in just a second. Okay, y'all. So, I've got me some warm oil over here. Thankfully, my husband was nice enough to come in here to help me so that I could record so y'all can kind of see what's going on. He's not always available to help. It's warm. It's not super hot right now. It will be here in a minute though. So I'm seeing that it's moving a little bit in there. So it's fairly warm. And I am trying to get the patties made out. And some people make these into little ball shapes, and that's fine. You can do that too. Kind of like a hush puppy. And I do try to squish mine down together fairly well and stuff when I make these, so they stay together a little bit better. I know it's not Friday, y'all, so it is a Thursday, and this is just kind of what I was in the mood for today. But in an effort to try to get a little bit better on getting y'all a view of what's going on, my husband did decide he could help me tonight, which is great. So, for all of y'all that have made it this far, say thank you, hubby. Now, I'm going to wash my hands real quick, y'all. Now, the other thing you're going to need is a spatula of some sort. Thankfully, at my house, I do have a spatula that's hanging like literally within arm's reach. I'm also making shells and cheese to go with this, and I've got some Great Northern beans here as well. So that is literally what we're having tonight for dinner. And my water is boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in. I do have the cheese right here, so while that is cooking and stuff, y'all, I'm going to try to go over here and pull this box apart, because I do recycle. And I will lay this over on my counter until later. But I do try to put things in the recycling whenever I can. Y'all know this. But basically, that's all there is to making a salmon patty, y'all. It's not that hard. You just kind of fry them on each side till they get nice and golden brown. It's not rocket science. It takes a few minutes on each side. You do have to flip them over like you flip over a hamburger. but it's nothing that's super duper difficult or anything. I leave them alone for a couple minutes so they got time to set up, y'all. Because if you keep moving around with them, you can make them fall apart a little bit easier. So at least give them a minute or two to kind of get set on each side before you start pushing on them or anything. But that's how simple it is to make a salmon patty. This oil in here is just regular, plain, run-of-the-mill vegetable oil. Like I said before, you can use vegetable oil, canola oil, grapeseed oil, probably avocado oil. You can use shortening. If all you've got shortening, you can use that too. Shortening melts down in the pot. There's maybe a 1/4 inch, maybe. And I'm going to turn this back down just a little because I don't want my pot to boil over. There's nothing worse than that, y'all. I don't want cleaning around where a pot's boiled over. It's just a pain. But anyway, as soon as these get done, I will take pictures of everything for you all when I get it out on the plate. Hope y'all enjoy this. I will try to remember to put the recipe up on my WordPress blog. It's called The Not So Simple Cooking Life. So I will try to remember to put these up there. And now that we are getting into November, I will also try to start putting up some holiday recipes on there for y'all that are tried and true, things that I like, things that are good for holidays and stuff. I am in the U.S., so Thanksgiving will be coming up relatively shortly. By the time this one goes up, Thanksgiving will be in about 3 weeks, so a little less. So I will try to start getting up those ideas for y'all for that. But as always, if you haven't already, click like, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and leave a comment section in the comment section down below, and I will see you all in the next video.